Hi there, and welcome back to Two Sales Engineers, the Project Breakdown. This is a podcast where we make project management simple and easy to understand. No jargon, no stress.
And I'm Mark, joining you from the UK. I love a good project plan and a strong cup of tea.
And I'm Alan, here in the US, where the coffee is bold and the project deadlines are tight. Today, we're talking about something every team runs into: risks and issues.
And they might sound scary, but don't worry, we have got your back. We'll explain what they are, and most importantly, how to handle them.
Yes, indeed. We'll also show you how a tool like OpenText's PPM can make tracking and managing those risks and issues much easier.
So here's a quick way to remember it. Risks are problems that might happen. And issues, well, they're problems that have already happened.
Right. Kind of like that time, Mark, where you tried fixing your sink and it flooded the kitchen.
Well, that wasn't a risk, that was a full-on issue. Anyway, let's break it down.
First up, risk management isn't new, but it's more essential than ever. According to PMBOK and Six Sigma and other methodologies, it starts with identification.
That's right. If you don't know your risks, you can't manage them. That's why successful teams use risk registers, brainstorming sessions, even risk workshops to surface those what if situations. Then you've got to assess the likelihood, the impact. Not every risk is worth panicking over. Some are like my golf game: low probability, high comedy value.
Exactly. And some risks, like scope creep, resource shortages, or vendor delays, those deserve some real attention. Once you've analyzed your risks, you plan your responses and you act. You could avoid, mitigate, transfer, or accept. It's all about control. Same goes for issues. Once they pop up, you need a resolution process.
Which brings us to the tool that makes this easier: OpenText PPM. Shall we show them?
Absolutely. Picture this. You're managing a complex program with multiple projects.
Managing risks and issues is just a smart way to keep your projects on track.
Step one, spot the risks. Use checklists, team meetings, or what if scenarios to find them early.
Then figure out how likely each risk is, and importantly, how bad it would be if it happened.
That's right. Not every risk is going to be a big deal. Some are just annoying. Others, like delays or missing resources, can mess things up fast.
That's why it's key to plan ahead. Can you avoid the risk, or lessen the damage, or maybe just accept it and be ready for what's coming?
Issues work the same way, but since they're real problems and they're happening now, you need a plan to fix them now, fast.
And that is where the tools come in.
Let's take a look. You're managing a critical program with high visibility. Deadlines are tight, stakeholders are watching, and just as you're getting into the groove, something unexpected pops up: a vendor delay, a resource gap, or maybe a change in the requirements.
Now, in the old world, this essentially is where panic sets in. Email threads start flying around, spreadsheets get updated, people start pointing fingers. But that's not the way it is today. Today, you can just fire up OpenText PPM and take control.
Right here in the risks and issues dashboard, every single concern tied to this project lives in one place. No more scattered notes or siloed conversations. You can see exactly what's open, who owns it, and how it's categorized. And even more importantly, how it impacts the rest of your program.
So let's say you want to get a quick read on the severity of what's happening. Well, you sort your list by the risk score, which is automatically calculated based on probability and impact. That score helps you prioritize. You're not just reacting, but now you're making it informed, strategic decisions.
And it's not just risks, actual problems, things that have already happened, show up here under issues. You can create an issue manually or promote a risk when it materializes. Everything gets linked to the project timeline and is visible to the right people.
Exactly. And here's where it gets good. You can assign owners, set due dates, attach resolution plans. You can even automate the workflow for approvals and escalations. It's built-in governance that doesn't slow you down.
So let's open the dashboard view now. Check this out. Interactive heat maps, trend charts, and drill down reports. You see which business areas are most exposed. And for those executives, these visuals tell a story fast. No deep dive required.
I always say, Alan, it's like giving your PMO X-ray vision. You can spot the patterns early, correct course fast, and stay ahead of costly surprises. No more death by spreadsheet.
Death by spreadsheets. Oh, how tragic. So instead of chasing issues, you're preventing them. You're leading, you're not chasing and being a firefighter. And your team can breathe a little easier knowing that problems are surfaced, not buried.
And of course, if all else fails, you'll still look cool showing off that dashboard in the steering committee meeting.
Cool dashboards go a long way. Absolutely. Fewer headaches, faster decisions, and better project outcomes. That's risk and issue management with OpenText BPM.
But it's not just about tools. Great teams talk about risks early and often.
That means leaders need to support it. People should feel safe and secure to be able to speak up, and reviews should happen regularly.
No blame, just learning and acting fast.
And when you mix that culture with tools like OpenText BPM, you're ready to handle whatever comes your direction.
All right. So today we covered the basics of risk and issue management, simple steps and smart tools.
Risks and issues are a part of every project. It's a reality. But with the right plan, you stay in control.
Still using sticky notes or making guesses? Let's chat about it further.
And call your OpenText PPM team. We'll help you get set up and set up the easy way.
So until next time, stay calm
Keep tracking your risks
and keep those projects running smooth.